Hey guys, Matt from the Rational Rant, and today's video is going to be about Trump's new appointment of the Secretary of Education, who is Betsy DeVos, and she is a pretty deplorable character, if you want to use that word. But first, I want to bring you two updates on two previous stories that I've done that are very important. The first one is about the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now, fortunately, the pipeline has been stopped. The Army Corps of Engineers has ruled that the pipeline cannot go through the land that they're going through, and they got shut down by the federal government. Dakota Access LLC now has no chance to ruin the environment in that part of the country, and hopefully will prevent them from doing future things across this nation. The second update is on Texas's new abortion law. If you saw my previous video, it's about the treatment of miscarried and aborted fetuses in Texas, which women are going to have to give ceremonies to these aborted fetuses and whatnot. Unfortunately, that has passed. So if you are in the state of Texas, be ready for some very, very regressive legislation in reference to this abortion law. I would suggest going to other states if necessary. I'm not quite sure how they're going to enforce this, but it's pretty draconian, and honestly, if you don't have the resources to go to another state to get an abortion, then just be prepared for whatever necessary situation you might be in. But moving on to Betsy DeVos, she is a, once again, pretty deplorable character. She is an advocate for child labor. She has said that children need to work for the sweat of their brow, and she says that children need to have a work ethic, quote unquote, and be employed and be in the workforce, and apparently she thinks it's justified. She's made statements on it in the past, and that within itself is enough to disqualify you from any public office. That is a horrible position to hold. But she is also a creationist as well, which we obviously know that with a lot of people in Trump's administration who are creationists, we might see some regressive policies in terms of what the House and the Senate might be trying to do in the course of Trump's presidency. So hopefully the American public, you, me, and everybody else, we can fight back against some of this regressive legislation, get out in the streets, make our voices heard. But honestly, I kind of expected this from Trump. I mean, his administration is shaping up to be one of the most establishment administrations in recent history. And there were a lot of promises that he's already broken. Drain the swamp, more like drain my ass. That is totally a lie, and he's pretty much bamboozled everybody that threw a vote his way. Some people try and rationalize this and try and formulate some way that this is acceptable, but it really isn't. I mean, regardless of your political ideology, you can't have abominable people like this, in positions of power, such as the Secretary of Education. That's a really big thing. Also, as a side note, Ben Carson got a position as the Secretary of Urban Development in Trump's administration, which he knows nothing about. He is a retired neurosurgeon, and he has no expertise in essentially any political office or any economic or urban development sector type work. He pretty much used his time on the campaign trail to go sell his book. I mean, he did it for more name recognition, not necessarily to be an arbiter for policies that the American people want to be implemented. So both of those picks are very regressive, and I do not expect anything better from this administration. And hopefully things will change in the midterm, but until then, we need to get out and make sure that this shit does not happen anymore. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, stay rational.